Alert, this is not a drill, ladies and gentlemen. You are reading that correctly. The Ghost of Yotei devs, aka Sucker Punch, is deciding whether they want to continue on the Ghost series or go back to Sly. Now, first things first, I already know majority of us on here are probably wondering like, y'all forgot one. There's a third option you can also do, Infamous. Gosh, how much I want a freaking new Infamous more than anything. But honestly, this is still great. That means that they are willing to go back to their old IPs. And considering the fact that Sly is the IP that definitely left off on a cliffhanger, having Sly basically stuck in Egypt, maybe we finally get our boy out of Egypt in the next game. I definitely do think that they're eventually going to continue the Ghost series with another game eventually, but I do think that sometimes as a video game developer, maybe you just get a little bit burned out on making the same thing. Keep in mind, Ghost of Yotei has been in development since roughly, I want to say about 2021, maybe 2022, and it just came out right now in 2025. And then Ghost of Tsushima started production around 2016. So they've almost been doing this for a decade, and they are still coming out with Ghost of Yotei Legends, the multiplayer mode, next year. So it's going to be a decade almost of them working on the Ghost series. And prior to that, they had just spent a decade basically working on Infamous. So they probably want to go back to the roots of PlayStation and go back to Sly. But this is a good thing because eventually after Sly, maybe they want to go back to Infamous. So that gives me hope. But them wanting to go back to Sly, let's just say they do. Most likely Sly won't come out till 2029, 2030 if it begins production within the next year. And it also comes out around that time. Insomniac already said that Ratchet & Clank, the next one, is planned around that time period too. I'm looking at you, Naughty Dog. Make the next move. Do it. Bring Jack back. You guys said you guys were done with freaking Uncharted. You guys are basically done with The Last of Us. I know you guys are working on Intergalactic, but then Naughty Dog is such a big studio. You guys can do it. You guys can have multiple games coming out at the same time. Do it. Bring Jack back. Jack, Sly, and Ratchet all coming back. That means we got to make a sequel to this gem right here. Now, I'm just gonna be honest. This game was kind of ass. But the concept was cool and the concept was there, and if it was done right, this game would have been something incredibly special. This shit right here would be like the MCU of video games for PlayStation mascots right here. A collaboration with all three of these games is something I feel that we would all desperately love. Keyword, if done correctly. But I'm just saying, this opens the possibility to a collaboration, some kind of cool crossover event between Ratchet, Sly, and Jack, which I think we all deserve. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys want to see this? I personally just really want PlayStation to go back to their roots because they have, honestly, some of the greatest IPs in gaming. I think it's time we bring back the era of the PS2 platformer back, but in a new way.